Dan, is this on?
Yes.
Are we recording?
We are recording, and
we are live.
We're not live, but we're recording. And I just need to know, are you all right? Is everything okay down there?
Yeah, what do you mean? Everything's fine.
Well, yesterday when we were talking on the phone and our conversation ended, it sounded like you were kind of getting into a heated confrontation or some type of situation that I was going to end up seeing you on the side of a milk carton.
Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? What the heck was that? Someone was getting robbed, but it wasn't me. That's what I concluded. What the heck, man? I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it sounded like a pretty heated situation, and I couldn't make anything of it, but it didn't sound good.
No, and then the guy asked me for $1. Did you hear him ask? And he said he wanted $1 off of me. Did you hear him say that?
Yeah, I was making out something.
He either wanted $1 or 50 cents. So what I think was happening was that he was robbing someone, but he couldn't get his car out of the garage, he couldn't get his car out of the parking deck. I was like, bud, you got to leave me alone. I
remember hearing you say, "Oh, I'm from Youngstown and we don't have any money around those parts," or something.
Well, I think what happened, he was going to rob me, and then he looked at my truck. He stepped back to see it was Firewood Delivery, and he goes, "Oh, this guy doesn't have any money."
Oh.
Yeah, there was some smoke coming out of people's ears there, man. Got kind of dicey for a second, but I just went on about my business.
Like I said, it just sounded a little. There was like some heated exchanges going on, and I was
there
was.
There was one guy with a big grin on his face, and the other guy had a scowl. But then somehow I got into the middle of it. All I was trying to do was to deliver the world's best value-added firewood and satisfy a customer. I was like, leave me alone, guys. I don't have time to be robbed right now.
Well, that's good. That's good that you didn't end up being robbed or something else, because it sounded kind of crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know. Maybe if he took credit card, he could have robbed me of that. But I was like, all I have is $1.
You could have quick threw together like 6-7 pieces of wood and said, here's a $7 bundle of firewood. This is worth $7.
Yeah, if you're really trying to rip someone off, wrap some plastic around these 7 sticks and sell it for $10.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was an interesting morning. So that was an early morning delivery that I was making to a restaurant, and I was around back at the loading dock, and I drove right into the middle of a confrontation. And then the guy needed 50 cents. I was like, well, he asked nice. I was like, well, here you go. All I got is $1. But I think he couldn't get out of the parking garage.
Oh.
And you couldn't shove a $1 bill in the slot. He needed coins. Yeah, I was like, look,
so
bud.
But then he was yelling at like somebody else too, because I heard some other voices.
Yeah, there was 2 guys there. They were going at it over something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Geez.
And then I was like, look, I deliver firewood. I make so much money, I don't even carry cash anymore. So
oh,
yeah.
good.
And they said,
times.
oh yeah, well they looked at each other like, okay, this guy sells firewood. Let's just leave him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just some of the perks you get when you're a firewood delivery service.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, Dan, let's welcome everyone to another exciting episode of the Hounds podcast. My name is Joe. When I'm not being robbed, I am a YouTube personality known as Ohio Woodburner. And this smarmy looking hobbyist Next to me here is
Dan from Back 40 Firewood. And you
Dan
heard it,
from Back.
just a hobbyist from the firewood side and also on social media. So, and what you just heard may be the most exciting part of this episode.
Yeah. Are you talking about the jingle that we play when we say the magic word?
Oh, that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you listened to last week's episode, you heard that jingle quite a few times. So we'll cut it off now. We've done 2. That's enough.
Yeah. Maybe one day we will disclose to the world why we play a jingle when the magic word is used, because I have always said that it is an inside joke, and Dan says no, it is not. It is an overt joke, he says.
There is an interesting story behind it. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think we should put that on the board, put a pin in that for a future episode.
You're so corporate, Dan.
Stick a pin in that thing.
Yeah, so the Woodhounds podcast, what are we now? We're into our 3rd year, wrapping up our 3rd year, I guess. We have 100 and something episodes that are out there. What I had noticed though, Dan, because I'm on Spotify, Spotify only keeps our most 100 recent episodes. It doesn't have all of them on there. Did you know that?
I did not know that. And there are 180 total.
180. Wow.
Yeah, this will be number 181 you are listening to right now.
Okay, so if a person wants to hear archived episodes, depending on whatever their streaming service is, if they're on iTunes or iHeartRadio or Pandora, all those other ones, and if they're not on there either, they could go to our website, which is what?
Thewoodhounds.com.
Is it the?
But first,
is it the Woodhounds or is it Woodhounds?
I think thewoodhounds.com.
Thewoodhounds.com. Okay.
But before going there, I would probably seek out a psychiatric evaluation if you really want to go back and listen to all the previous episodes.
I don't know. I disagree. I think they're pretty interesting, Dan. All except maybe episode 1 where we were just staring off into the Ethernet with these glazed eyeballs and not knowing what to say.
Yeah, well, actually, episode 1 wasn't too bad, but there's a lot of them. That's the whole point. Is like if you have a lot of time, you can probably go back and check and see. And let me just let me look up here quick, and I'll verify what the website is.
Our initial goal was 4 episodes. And we had learned right away that we could go for about 30 minutes before we start falling asleep.
Yes, and it is thewoodhounds.com.
Okay. That's a bad sign when we don't even know the name of our own website. It's thewoodhounds.com.
Because, yes, this podcast is the Woodhounds podcast. So,
yeah. We're the number 1 firewood podcast in the world. So, Dan, we are both YouTube channels, and you and me both were lamenting before we hit record about just how dumpy YouTube has been lately for views and numbers. If we are complaining YouTube channels, we know that we're not alone.
That is correct. It is kind of taken a bit of a turn, and I think it's all over social media. I have some theories on it from doing limited research and listening to other, I guess, what would I call the people at the top, like in YouTube insiders. But yeah, there's certain things being floated around about how like all of social media is kind of shifting from social interest to like interest based, I guess, following. So like instead of going when you go on YouTube, instead of seeing all the things and all the videos that your followers have put out or the people that you subscribe to, it's more based off of your interests. So, like, whatever you were looking at the past week, those interests now start getting served to you more.
Uh-huh. You mean, so I could have an interest in solar and hot air balloons, but last week I did a Google search on wheelbarrows. So
Yes.
I'm going to start seeing a bunch of videos about wheelbarrows on YouTube.
And then if you watch one of those videos, then that'll increase the, I guess, the algorithm's percentage and how much they're going to recommend that type of content as opposed to recommending the content from channels that you are subscribed to.
Yeah, well, those algorithms are something, aren't they?
Yes, and they are
Mhm.
always changing. So when you hear people talk about the algorithm and it's not something that just is set in stone and it's different for every person. That's the other thing.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Okay.
it's based off of your interest. So what I'm thinking is happening is number one, we have a lot of firewood channels. Number one, have been increasing in the world of YouTube. The followers that are subscribed to all those channels probably have other interests besides just firewood. So they are starting to get pushed different content based on their interests. And then, so like everyone's views are kind of been, well, from my opinion and what I've talked to other YouTubers, everyone's views are kind of been down just because people are getting pushed in different directions.
Yeah. So those Al Gore rhythms. It's the Al Gore rhythm or the Dan Quayle rhythm. Little little vice presidential humor for you there on a
Yeah.
cold but brisk, uh, sunny a sunny but brisk day here in Northeast Ohio.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I just know that YouTube, just the numbers stink. I just wrote it off that my videos are boring. But then I look around and everyone else's numbers are in the tank also.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, but then I go and watch other people's videos and man, are they boring.
But then I watch one of Dan's videos and I think, well, maybe mine aren't that bad.
Yeah. And then I struggled to stay awake during the first 2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, my videos are about the day in the life of a firewood delivery service. So, that's just what it is. Some days they're about splitting wood. Some days they're about delivery. Some days they're about complaining about the weather.
No.
And I just go with it.
Yep.
I'm kind of excited about my video I'm putting out. Well, I don't know what day this episode will be posting, but it could post on the same day. I I had the chance to run the new Timberwolf firewood processor known as the Pro LP.
Oh, I saw that machine at the Paul Bunyan show.
Yeah. Um it is, I don't know, I have to better define what these words mean, but it could be a disruptor, Dan.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it is a small processor, but it is the lowest price that I have seen for what you get for it is a big deal. It comes with a conveyor and a 6-way knife and an auto cycle splitter, and it's under $30,000.
And a live deck.
As well, it has a log lift. It doesn't have the live
Well,
deck.
yeah, but it acts as that's right. That's right. Yeah, it's got the log lift, but
Yeah.
not the yeah.
Well, it could lift multiple logs, but you lift one at a time.
Yep.
Yeah. So my position for like people looking that are trying to get into the business, this is because it has that log lift. That's just one less machine that you need. If you learn how to prep your logs, you can roll them up to it and pick them up. You have a truck to pull your trailer around, or you could dump into the bed of a truck. It's just, it is a nice machine. It is affordable and it is tough. It will last forever. It is a nice machine. I was really excited to run it.
I've kind of noticed a trend in smaller processors popping up,
Yeah,
and both in the price points and just like their footprint. Because I used to always think of a Firewood processor as this, gigantic thing like the size of a boxcar for a railroad, as like just
yeah,
huge thing with a big saw. And but there's a lot of processors out there now that are smaller in size, smaller in price, and
yeah. I think it also makes sense because if a person is serious about getting into the business, there's that brand loyalty thing that starts. And it is just like with vehicles and cars. If you have a car for like the college student looking to get their first car when they get their first job, or the person, the guy that just started drywall or plumbing, and like one of the like Ford makes a truck that's affordable for them to get into, that brand loyalty could carry on for a lifetime. And I think the same thing goes for a firewood processor. If we're only making processors for the well-established companies, well, what about the guy or gal that's trying to get started? Um, there are a lot of smaller processors out there, but I wouldn't call them professional grade. But
I've
Timberwolf,
seen a few of
Timber,
those.
yeah, Timberwolf has just said, "Oh yes, hold my beer. Watch this." And there it is. It is legit. It is for real. It is the real deal. And the one I have has proved that it is tough, because did you hear what happened to it?
No, I did not.
It was getting forklift off of a car hauler, and it fell off, and it plopped all the way down and landed on its side and smashed it.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's the one that I have. So the engine broke off of it, so they had to put a different engine in on it in a pinch. So it's the incorrect engine. It bent the axle, so the tires are like off from the fenders, and it smashed like the upper, I don't know, the part that holds the clamp and stuff. It smashed it, so it's off center, and it still works fine.
wow.
Yeah.
Well,
And it,
I'm
I don't mean it like slid off. I mean it plopped
dropped.
off and landed. Yeah, right on its side. Bam, just like that, Dan.
Well, the Timberwolf line of log splitters and processors, they're all heavy duty built. So I can
Yeah, I
see
think
how
they
it,
are.
it survived that.
I think Timberwolf is interesting. They don't have the flash and the speed and the this and the that, but you never hear anyone complain about them. They are. I think the prices on them are a little bit lower than the others, but they're still productive. They're Everything is made in house. Even like the rams, the cylinders and stuff, they make their own.
Oh,
That regen valve, they make their own. They make everything in house.
nice.
Yeah. Nice machines. I think you got to keep an eye on them. Well, you're gonna notice them when this Pro LP comes out. I don't know what the LP stands for. Is that like little processor? Maybe, I don't know.
And is it available now, or is like the
It
one you're
is. Yeah,
running?
they
Okay.
they have sold a bunch of them. I don't know if they have been delivered yet. I
Ah,
I thought that the one that I have is the only one, and that's why it had gotten smashed like earlier in the year, but they just kept using it. They never replaced it with a different one. Like the engine was broken because it got dropped. They had to scramble and find another. It's a Honda, and I don't know what the numbers are, Dan, but like the exhaust for this engine shoots the wrong way,
hmm.
and they just went with it. So like when I put this video out, I went ahead, because you know how like a lot of people are eagle eyes. They notice everything about a machine. And I know darn well someone's going to notice that the exhaust is on backwards, but it's because it's not the correct engine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing it at the Bunyan show, like I mentioned, and I was Matt was running it, And it was interesting because he was explaining that with like when he was, I think he was running a 4-way, and
Yeah.
him and I had the same have the same thought process that you kind of set your wedge at a certain height that you know going under the wedge is the size you want, and then you just always flip the top pieces back and send them through
Yes.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is a 6-way, but I don't have it. So
Okay.
I have been doing just that.
Yep.
Uh-huh. So it's just a different type of processor that I'm used to. My first processor that I bought was a Dyna 12, but it did not have an adjustable knife on it. I don't know if they do now, but mine didn't. And that was one of the reasons why I started looking for another one, because that got old. That got old fast.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. Whew, boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dan, this processor is pretty slick. I will be putting it up here on my channel pretty quick. I think it's going to be a disruptor to the firewood processor industry. I do. I think that the other companies are going to have to respond. And that's what I think makes the firewood industry right now so exciting. It is the way capitalism is supposed to be, where you can have multiple companies putting out machines and they're one upping the other, and the consumer is the one who benefits. What
Yes.
you see in modern capitalism here in the States is these companies get real big and they buy their competition because they're lazy. And lazy means that the customer starts to suffer because you get all of these machines, they all look alike. They all copy each other's designs. They're not pushing each other. And, it's like cars and trucks. They all look alike. They're all priced the same. They all run the same performance, same. Everything's boring. And it's because the corporations making them are lazy. They're lazy because they don't want to compete anymore. So they buy their competition. And then we reward them with tax cuts, and it just makes it even worse. It just gives them more money so that they can buy more of their competition. They have more time on their hands to write books about how great of a business person they are, and everything stinks. But not in the firewood industry. These
No.
guys they are where the rubber meets the road, aren't they?
Definitely, and not just in processors, but splitters and
Oh
accessories
yeah,
and these things like these hoppers now that are coming out. I mean, there's constant innovation happening,
yeah,
and to your point, it always benefits the consumer,
yeah.
benefits us.
It was like the perfect example was, there was some vertical splitters out there. But then Easton made one, and it took off. People loved it, and they had the nice splitter. Everyone wanted one. Well, then Wolf Ridge put out theirs, which was better, faster, more refined. And Easton Made had a choice to make. They could have just let theirs stay and lose sales, but no, Easton Made responded and they made theirs even better. That's the way it is supposed to go. If it was like automobiles or tractors or airplanes or retail, like auto parts stores, if someone else put out a better machine, they would have bought them, put their own name on it, and then they wouldn't have to worry about competing anymore.
Yep,
And that's why I think the firewood industry is so exciting right now, Dan.
it's exciting times. We just need YouTube to catch back up and and start making that side of it more exciting.
Yeah. I remember when was this? I'm really bad here with numbers. I was a firewood delivery service first, and then I became a YouTube channel. And maybe it was just, I don't know, I caught lightning in a bottle. I put it out at the right time, right during the pandemic. But my channel really grew quickly. But my firewood delivery service was growing also. What I would say was independent of YouTube, because my customers I think 99% of them haven't a clue about my YouTube channel. But it was nice there for a while. But, my firewood company just kept growing, and it is still growing, where the YouTube channel is just kind of flat. It's still fun. I enjoy doing it. But, I've always said I'm a firewood delivery service first, and then I'm a YouTube channel. I make 4x profit on my firewood business than I do my YouTube channel. Sometimes 5x, depending on the month.
Whew.
Yeah. And it could be more, Dan. It's, it's the stupid firewood. It doesn't grow on trees. I can't get these logs. I can't get my logs. That has always been my limiting factor, is my supply. You can't sell what you don't have.
There you go. Yep. You got to get the logs in.
Yeah. If these logs were to grow on trees, all my problems would be solved.
Only if that could happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a conspiracy. Everyone's out to get me. That's what it is.
They're holding you down, holding you back. Yep.
Yeah, Dan, not enough logs, not enough supply. I can always use more. If you want to sell more firewood, you get more firewood, How about your small firewood? How's your supply?
That is one nice thing, is that if I just get one log, I can make a whole lot of mini firewood with it. So my supply is really good. I have had, this past month has been a very busy one, which has been nice. But yeah, my supply is still looking good.
All right. And your profits are good.
Yeah, like I said, this past month has been very busy. And I'm thinking that potentially the next month is going to be as well, because last year, the fall, October, November, December were the big months for the mini firewood.
October has always been a huge month for me. My sales this year are kind of on par from last year. My sales overall for the year are up over 30-ish%. Doing good. But like October has been soft, but I think it's because of the weather. It's been, we've had 80 degrees here in October. But, we just had a little bit of a hint of cold weather. And the next thing you know, I got 2 straight weeks of full deliveries on the schedule.
You get that first frost, and then the phone starts ringing.
Oh, yeah. That is so true. But, there still hasn't even been that. Like our fall colors are kind of lame. I had heard they're going to be because of the drought. But I just still haven't felt like that fall, apple cider and football kind of a smell in the air.
Yeah. Yep.
It just hasn't happened yet, but I'm starting to get the phone starting to ring on me.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Ringing phones, and maybe one of them will be a logger with a load of logs.
Or one of them will be someone trying to rob me of my money again as I'm pulling into the parking lot.
Oh, my.
All right.
Yep. Well, I think, I don't know. I think maybe the band is ready. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, the band over there is shivering in the corner. Let's get them busy. Let's strike up the band, Dan.
Yes, and thank you all for tuning in. Once again, we'll be back here next week on your favorite streaming service, thewoodhounds.com, and any other place you want to listen.
Yes. All right. So, Dan, let's tell everyone out there to keep their head on a swivel, because you might get
robbed.
And if you do, just tell them that you sell firewood and you don't have any
money.
And when the robber leaves in disgust, tell him to have
a great day. I was wondering where you were going to go with that.
Yeah, don't ever rob a guy selling firewood. You're just going to disappoint yourself. Have a great day.
and have a great day. Here you go. Here's my money, and have a great day.
Have a great day and don't rob the firewood guy.